Welcome back, word wanderers. In today's verbal flight, we'll map the mysteries of 4 fascinating words: Cornucopia, Willothewisp, Halcyon and Quiescent. So fasten your lexical seat belts so we can take off. But first, as the linguistic pilot, I must remind you to subscribe to The English Nut on YouTube, X, Facebook and Instagram. Thank you. Cornucopia, derived from the Latin cornucopiae, meaning horn of plenty. This word conjures images of abundance and prosperity. A cornucopia symbolizes wealth and plenty. It is often depicted as a horn-shaped basket overflowing with fruits, vegetables, and other goodies. In Greek mythology, the cornucopia is associated with Zeus and his nursemaid Amalthea, who fed him with the milk of a goat. When Zeus accidentally broke off one of the goat's horns, it became the magical horn of plenty, providing endless nourishment. As she wandered through the bazaar, she marveled at the cornucopia of colors and aromas, from fresh fruits to fragrant spices. His imagination was a cornucopia of creativity, brimming with endless ideas and possibilities. The book was a cornucopia of wonderful stories that nourished the imagination. Here's a quote from Abhijit Das, a writer whose pen name is Musafir, a word meaning traveler that comes from Arabic and Persian. So what is it about evenings that makes you pensive and thoughtful? Is it the slightly wafting cold breeze that beckons you on a journey of soulful serenity? A cornucopia of feelings, emotions, and nostalgic charm that reverberate into the mystic beats of a faraway drum. Cornucopia was suggested by my viewer Gauri Vasavi. The will-o'-the-wisp, that mischievous flicker of light that leads travelers astray in marshes and moors. Its name originates in a phrase popular in the 1600s, Will of the Wisp, where Will is the name of a man or a spirit who carried a wisp, a bundle of twigs or straw used as a torch. A will-o'-the-wisp is a mysterious flickering light often seen over marshes, swamps and bogs. In folklore, these spectral lights were often attributed to mischievous spirits or fairies, leading wanderers to their doom. In Latin, it is referred to as ignis fatuus, literally foolish flame. The foolish flame of the will-o'-the-wisp is actually a natural phenomenon that can be explained by science. It is the result of the spontaneous ignition of gases formed by decaying plant matter in marshy areas. Today, the term will-o'-the-wisp is used figuratively to talk about something ephemeral or someone who is difficult to pin down. The will in will-o'-the-wisp is no longer capitalized. Lost in the foggy marshes, they followed the will-o'-the-wisp's elusive glow, only to find themselves deeper in the labyrinth of the swamp. He was led astray by the will-o'-the-wisp of stardom. Full employment is the will-o'-the-wisp that politicians have been chasing for decades. Here's a quote from The Telegraph that refers to a type of cinematic light. It's the only kind of light in cinema that deepens mystery rather than dispelling it. A will-o'-the-wisp that draws you onwards, off from the safe path and deeper into the dream. A will-o'-the-wisp is known as a spook light in the US, the min-min light in Australia, and pixie lights in England. Will-o'-the-wisp was suggested by my viewer Roop Krishan Pandit. Halcyon. This word traces its roots back to Greek mythology, where Alcyone, daughter of Aeolus, the god of winds, transformed into a kingfisher and nested on the sea during the winter solstice. The calm waters during this period became known as the Halcyon days. Halcyon refers to a period of peace, tranquility and prosperity, often from the past. They reminisced about their halcyon childhood days, when playtime seemed endless and worries were few. The tranquil lake reflected the halcyon sky, a serene mirror of blue stretching to the horizon. The old photographs captured the Halcyon charm of a bygone era, preserving memories of simpler times. Here's a poem from Iranian poet Surush Shahrevar's book Letter 19. Ali roared, and his words, they just set me free. Rumble in the jungle, little boy, go and show your teeth. Levitate off of an angel's song. This is the modern day Halcyon, straight from the immortal champion. Halcyon was suggested by my viewer Harshvardhan Arya. Quiescent, a word about stillness and tranquility. Its Latin origin quiescere means to rest or to be quiet. Quiescent describes a state of being inactive. It suggests a lack of movement or disturbance. It implies a peaceful or dormant state, devoid of noise or activity. In various contexts, quiescent can refer to physical stillness, mental calmness, or a lack of change or development. The town was quiescent at dawn, the only sound the gentle rustle of leaves in the morning breeze. For 40 years the volcano lay quiescent. In the quiescent hours of the night, he found clarity of thought, his mind free from the distractions of the day. According to author and thought leader Bryant H. McGill, true love is quiescent except in the nascent moments of true humility. Quiescent was suggested by my viewer Harshvardhan Arya. Until next time, my fellow Logophiles, keep exploring the enchanting world of words and do let me know your thoughts about this episode in the comments. I'm the English Nut. Bye for now.